Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Imps podcast show with me, Cornell B, /DJ Cornell B in the house, back again with another match reaction of Lincoln City versus Bristol Rovers today, where you've just seen us, Lincoln City, draw 1-1 with Bristol Rovers at their stadium, /the Memorial Stadium. Before I get in the video, I want to say thank you very much to the 556 subscribers who have subscribed to my YouTube channel. If you're new to the channel, make sure you smash a like on my YouTube video and press the subscribe button and leave your reactions and your comments in the comments box as well to tell me your thoughts about today's game. If you've already subscribed, thank you very, very much for doing so. I'd love to get up to 557. It'll be very, very appreciated. And just an absolute reminder that my mix, the DJ Cornell B's Rave Festival Rave Anthems is out right now on SoundCloud for you guys to listen to and to give a listen to. Obviously, it's got loads of like dance EDMs and rave anthems on it. Honestly, that I mixed up Friday just gone yesterday. But honestly, thank you very, very much. But it's out right now. DJ Cornell B's Festival Rave Anthems is out right now on SoundCloud. So without further ado, let's get in the video. So today, we saw some changes being made today. We saw Lewis Monsomer get added into the team today, despite being left out in the FA Cup game against Chesham. We saw Jeffries and Rico Hackett obviously coming into the team as well. We saw Makama keep his place out front as well too. Alongside Ben House, and honestly, for me, they were good, decent changes to be honest. But I think this, when I looked at the lineup, and I was like, well, why isn't Jack Moylan in that lineup? Because me and all of the Imps fans have been crying out to say, listen, Jack Moylan needs to be starting, because honestly, Jack Moylan makes the huge impact in this team, and that's why I said from time that, you know, when Jack Moylan's on the ball, we are a different team, and I even wanted to see like McGrandles and Hamilton and Moylan start along with Jeffries and Rico Hackett playing on in their positions. But listen, we have to respect Michael Scabala's decision and choices. But I felt, for me personally, I felt that maybe Scabala got it wrong, basically in not starting Jack Moylan for me. So I felt like in the 5-10 minutes of the game, Bristol Rovers got going and they started to create, and they had two chances where they could have been 1 or 2 goals up in the game. They had 2 attempts on goal, went past the post and went wide. Honestly, for me, I think we were very, very fortunate and very, very lucky that we didn't go a goal down, 1 or 2 goals down, because if we had conceded or whatever, then I think serious questions would have been really, really asked. But honestly, Bristol Rovers had more of the ball. They had more possession of the ball. They even kept peppering us most of the time. And even though, yes, Wickens had to pull off some good saves in the first half, decent first saves in the first half, you know, our defence was being peppered as well. And you know, Connor had to put on decent performances along with Rowan and Monsomer, honestly, and clearing it out. Even though, yes, we had to play it out for the back couple of times, you know, which got us under serious pressure, to be honest. 10-15 minutes of the game, you know, Bristol Rovers showed, you know, had showed the quality, why they've got players like Taylor Moore in their team and Moylan in their team, and you know, players who can really, and Shaq Ford as well was causing us so much problems, and it was so difficult for us to really contain him at times, and that's the reason why he was creating chances and opening up our defence. And Isaac Hutchinson as well was causing a bit of problems as well too. But listen, at the end of the day, you have to give you know, Bristol Rovers the credit they deserve. You know, they were first best in the first half and the second half, to be honest. And then 20-25 minutes of the game, you know, yes, we started to get our stride a bit. We started to create chances. Jeffries had a chance to score as well. You know, Makama had one just before half-time and was denied by the keeper. And then realistically, you know, like obviously Ben House had one. I think Rico even had one. Rico even had one as well too. But realistically, my thoughts on the players today. I thought the players played decent football today. Rico Hackett, honestly, 30-35 minutes a game, I mean, made one or two errors, and you know that really costed us in that first half, especially the goal that we conceded through Shaq Forward. Honestly, needs to be doing better, needs to be clearing it upfield. If you know you're under pressure, get it out, put it out of play, put it out for a throw in. Don't leave yourself isolated. Don't leave yourself in an error position. I mean, when the free kick's been taken and you're not clearing it or not hoofing it away, and then Hackett obviously makes the mistake, and then and then Ford capitalizes on it, and then it's 1-0 to them, and then we're 1-0 down, and I'm thinking, how can we concede that? How can we concede that? How can we concede that goal? How is that happen? But it's due to Rico Hackett's mistake. And then obviously, you know, I can understand that maybe he'll hang his head in shame and say, listen, he shouldn't have made that mistake, he should have done better, and I'll be very interested to see how he responds from that. And you know what? He responded from that mistake, from them errors. 1 or 2 errors he made in that first half, but he responded from that in the second half. And honestly, when they score 1-0 down in the 35th minute, you know, they start dominating the ball and they start having more possession of the ball. And then obviously you're seeing Bristol Rovers have more possession, have more of the ball, and more of a constant goal threat going forward, and their players were coming at us like a ton of bricks and like a bag of potatoes. That's what it was like seeing Bristol Rovers come at us with their attacking play. They were coming at us like we've seen a ghost or something. Do you know what I mean? And then obviously we needed half time, man. We needed half time to go in, and because we couldn't afford to be 1-0 down, and I'm like, well, we can't be giving up. We can't be quitting. We can't be backing down. And honestly, we didn't quit. We didn't back down. We kept on going to the very end. And you know, this is the thing I love about this club, and I love about Lincoln City, is that we will, no matter what happens, no matter if we are 1-0 down, we will still keep on fighting. We will still keep on producing the quality football that you have been seeing this season. Yes, couple of injuries has not been that really nice to us realistically, you know, with Bayliss being out and Jackson being out, Ron being out, which pretty sucks. And then obviously we're seeing Tyler Walker being put back on the grass, honestly, train on the grass, which is a good sign, and honestly, until the medical staff feel that he's ready to come back. But honestly, going into half time 1-0 down, there was no way that we Lincoln City would give into that 1-0 win. We weren't going to go into the second half and start sulking and saying, why didn't we get 3 points out of that game? Why we didn't do this? Why we couldn't get the job done and all that jazz? Why couldn't we do what we were supposed to do and show the fighting spirit? And you know what? The second half, we showed the fighting spirit. We showed the heart. We showed the desire. We showed the resilience to say, you know what? We maybe might be 1-0 down, but we are going to fight to the very end. We are not going to stop at anything until we salvage a point. And you know what? Honestly, I'll be honest, I think the changes could have been made at half-time for me. And I think Jack Moylan should have been put on at half-time, to be honest. And honestly, for me, as soon as the second half got underway, even though Skabala said, you know what, keep the team as it is. If it's not working, changes has to be made. But I felt that the changes should have been made at half-time, to be honest. And second half, I will seriously tell you, and I'll say this, we Lincoln City never lost hope. We never lost hope in that second half. And I told you that we Lincoln City will score in the second half and we will produce. Yeah? We will produce. And we did. Yeah? And when Michael Skabala saw that it wasn't working, even though, yes, some of the players made some effort in the second half, even though Bristol Rovers was all over us, and you know, it was hard to handle at times. But you know what Bristol Rovers showed in the second half, that they were better than we were. But then once we got into our stride, and once we started to get back to us Lincoln City, the Lincoln City that we know that can really produce things, then Michael Skabala said, you know what, have to make changes in the second half. Because honestly, as I said, Jack Moylan should have been put on, and none other than Jack Moylan comes on, makes an instant impact, and shows the positive energy attacking football that we were missing, that we were lacking and missing in that first half. And honestly, should have been starting from the start. And honestly, what a ball by Rico Hackett forward. That's Rico Rewind Hackett. You know the rest. Honestly, Rico Hackett learned from his mistakes in the second half, and he put in a wicked cross into that box. And honestly, what a tap-in. What a tap-in to make it 1-0. Brilliant. This is what Jack Moylan does. This is what Jack Moylan can do. This is what he brings to our team, and that's the reason why. If I had one message to Michael Scabala and I had a message to Lincoln City Football Club, Jack Moylan has to start on Tuesday night against Manchester City under 21s, because what he showed today is what we were lacking in the first half. We were lacking that positive energy, attacking football momentum, and that is what he shows. I thought JJ had a decent game. The whole team had a decent game. Draper coming on, Kayla Marchie coming on, made the decent positive impacts that we expected them to do. But honestly, some will say it's 2 points dropped, but you know what, we gained a point, and then and then we had one through Doriqua. Obviously House had to come off. Kayla Marchie, came on for him, and obviously Drapes came on as well. We had one through Draper, but honestly, look, the amount of chances we created in that second half, we still couldn't get the winner and pull the winner and say, you know what, we got the winner. But listen, we'll take the point, and we will go into Tuesday believing that we, Lincoln City, will get the win and qualify from the group and get into the round 16 and round 32 and do what we do. But honestly, listen, banters aside, honestly, listen. Right now, one thing we can learn from is that we, Lincoln City, I need to see Jack Moylan starting, and because Jack Moylan obviously has made an absolute impact. If it wasn't for his impact, we would have lost that game today, and that would have been 3 points lost today. So we have to thank Jack Moylan every single day for coming onto the pitch and really making an impact. And I'm being honest here, honestly, listen. Jack Moylan always gives 100% effort. He's always positive going forward. He's like the new version of Lionel Messi, yeah, but the Irish version of Lionel Messi. And this is why I said Jack Moylan has to start on Tuesday night against Manchester City under 21s, because if he don't start, and this is a message to Lincoln City Football Club and to Michael Scabala, if Jack Moylan don't start on Tuesday, I am going to be fuming. Yeah, this is a land of positivity message to Lincoln City Football Club and Michael Scabala. Jack Moylan has to start on Tuesday night against Manchester City under 21s, because the impact that he makes to this team, I know it's about making sure that other players get opportunities as well, because they need the opportunities for them to start and to cement their place in the starting 11, and obviously ask questions and say, you know what, they need to be starting every week and every game. But right now, Jack Moylan has shown the quality that he's bringing to this team this season. Yeah? Not saying the other players don't do it. Yes, we're missing Ethan Aron. Yes, we're missing Tom Hammer, who's out for a few months. But honestly, listen, and Bayliss as well too. But listen, it is what it is. We have to get on with it, and we got to move on. But honestly, Jack Moylan, Super Jack Moylan, / Super Jack Rude Boy Moylan, you know the rest, has helped us to salvage a point, and he is the reason why he is in our team for a reason. But Tuesday night against Manchester City under 21s, he needs to start. You can't leave him on the bench any longer now. And this is a message to Michael Scabala, and a pure instant message to Lincoln City Football Club. You cannot leave Jack Moylan on the bench for far too long right now. He showed his class on Monday night against Chesham. He can show his class on Tuesday, and he showed his class today. But seriously, Jack Moylan needs to start on Tuesday night against Manchester City under 21s. He cannot be on the bench once again. You hear me? Because I will be not happy and I will be fuming if he does not start against Manchester City under 21s. And he should have been in the starting 11 today against Bristol Rovers. I didn't mind it being McGrandles and Ethan Hamilton in that midfield, along with like Jeffries and obviously Doriqua and Rico Hackett, honestly. But Jack Moylan needs to be starting on Tuesday night, because I won't be happy if he don't start. But honestly, I'm happy that we got a point. But Jack Moylan should have started today and should have been in the starting 11, because it would have been an absolute different game. Because without him today, if he didn't come on in that second half when Michael Scabala put him on, we would have lost that game, and we would have lost all 3 points today. But honestly, big up Jack Moylan, / Super Jack Moylan, / Super Jack Rude Boy Moylan, you know the rest, honestly. Thank you so much to everybody that has watched this video today on the Imps View podcast show. Make sure you smash a like on my YouTube video. Tell me what you guys think about today's game. Jack Moylan should have started today in the starting 11. Honestly, I'd love to hear what you guys think. If you're new to the channel, keep on smashing the subscribe button and leaving your comments and your thoughts on the game today. And if you have already subscribed, thank you very much. Love to get up to 557. It would be very, very appreciated. Thank you so much for watching the Imps View podcast show. Safe travels to all the Imps fans that's travelling on the coach to come back to Lincolnshire today. And honestly, bring on Tuesday against Manchester City on the 21s and the EFL Trophy, where you're going to see Lincoln City have the fantastic cup run this season and go all the way in the EFL Trophy this season. Thank you very much. Land of Positivity strikes, and it will strike again on Tuesday when Jack Moylan plays and we Lincoln City beat Manchester City under 21s, and we are in that last round of the EFL Trophy / Bristol Street Motors Trophy. Thank you very much, and just remember, DJ Cornell B's Festival Rave Anthems is out right now on SoundCloud. Check it out on SoundCloud. Thank you very much. Up the Imps, back again.